Ahoy people, Vaniverse from the VaniverseGaming channel here with my first video on Conan Exiles. Conan Exiles is a survival sandbox game that just came out recently and has had a ton of problems in the get-go, but any game coming out to early access usually does. In this video I just want to kind of cover the different play modes, so if you're thinking about getting Conan Exiles, I want to show you the difference between play online and single player co-op mode, answer some of the questions that people have had about the different modes, and give you some tips and tricks on navigating through to get to the game and or server that you want to play on. So let's get started here. We're going to first go into the play online version. So this is like any other Rust, Ark Survival, any of those where you pick a server to play and you have three different options: PvP, PvP Blitz, and PvE. You know what PvP is and PvE. One, no player versus player, all player versus player. This is the only one that's different because it basically resets every 30 days. So this is very similar to Rust. Resets every 30 days, and so they increase the multipliers on the XP gain and stuff so that you level to 50 quicker, given that they know the server is going to wipe every 30 days. I think I might play on a wipe every 30 day server just to get a new experience every time, versus playing on a regular PvP server where it never wipes. You can skip this if you want and move into the server list. So let's cover the server interface, and then I'll give you some tips or tricks to some people who have been complaining they haven't been able to find the server they're looking for. So we'll get into that. So real quick, on the left hand side here, you'll see a lock. This basically just means that you need a password to get in. You have your server names that you can sort by whatever you want. You have your different play modes, same thing that you could have chosen in the beginning: PvP, PvE, or Blitz. You have your official servers. Stay away from these right now. The official servers are probably in the worst shape right now, but these are the official Funcom hosted servers. You have your regions, so you can choose which region the server is hosted in to try and help with your ping. Player max, you will notice that 70 is the highest number you will see. That is the cap for any server at this point. A lot of people are doing server sizes less than 70 due to game lag. There has been no real information on if 70 is going to be the final number going forward, but at this point 70 is what you got to work with. The version valid, obviously you want to be on a valid version, and then the ping just to see which ones you should have better times with ping. This BattleEye thing is a anti-hack program that Funcom is using, but it is so broken and causing so much issue with lag that it's not even turned on right now, so don't worry about it. But eventually when they do get it turned back on, you can pick and choose to use a server that doesn't have this activated. Now, the last thing you want to know is when you click on a server, you have all these server settings on the right. There is a ton of server settings you can set. So because there's so many, it might be difficult to find one you like, but at the same time it's also kind of nice because it helps you to really narrow down and find a server that you're going to enjoy. You know, Rust doesn't have a lot of options, so sometimes you're like, man, I just wish it had this. And that's what's good about this particular format, is there's a lot of options to choose from. Now, let's get into some of the issues people have been having. A lot of people have been complaining that they can't find their servers. One thing that I want to point out is this combat mode and community are very important. I've had issues where I have gotten in and I've picked a server, and then these were kind of auto set to these different things, and then I couldn't find my server. So for instance, let's just pick right here, Convict Gaming, right? So Convict Gaming is a PvE mode server, and you'll notice that it doesn't have a server setting for community, so let me find one that has community server setting. Right here, perfect. PNW Exiles. PvE, and the... Damn it, that's not a server setting either. Ah, here we go. Community, relaxed. Okay, finally. So this is a PvE mode, and it is a community relaxed. So if you have this set to PvP, you're not going to find it. If you have this set to anything but relaxed, you're not going to find it. So just make sure when you first go to pick your server and you pick it, you take note of what kind of community it is, and what kind of mode it is. That way you'll be able to find it down the road. So that's pretty much it for servers. We'll go over some of the server setting information when we go to the solo co-op mode, and then you can kind of see some of the options, and then based on that it might help you pick a server you want to eventually end up on. So let's get out of here, and now let's go into the single player co-op mode. So before we even get into single player co-op mode, there's one thing you have to know, and that is in single player co-op mode you are putting a server type host on your C drive. So you're hosting a game that you can kind of set up as a server from your C drive. The only caveat is that anyone who joins your game done in this manner is pretty much tethered to you the entire time. So what that means is when you spawn in and they join your game, they automatically teleport to you. If you walk a certain distance away from them or they walk away from you, they will eventually get to a point where they will be teleported back to you. If you die and they're somewhere in the map where you were, they will teleport to where you respawn. So just note that that's what's going to happen, so hopefully you will enjoy that and you're good to go. So when you get into single co-op mode, like I said, you're going to host a local server and you're going to set it up similar to what you would do an online server, but just host it for your friends. The invite friends button is currently broken within the game because it is early access. So in order to get your friends into the game, you would go through Steam and invite them to game that way, or you would join your friend's game through Steam by saying join friends game. Here are the server settings. I would look at these and even try these out on your own local game to see how you like it. And then that way when you're ready or you want to play online, you can kind of get an idea of what you like, so you can look for servers that are more geared towards some of the things that you like. I'm not going to go over all this stuff. I'm going to scroll through. Feel free to pause it and check it out, and then if you have any questions on anything at all, post them in the comments below and I will answer all of your questions. So once you have created your locally hosted game and set all your settings, you'll click host. And it doesn't take too long. I do have an SSD. Most people do at this point, but even so, it takes a couple seconds to create your game. And then after you create it, I think when people try and log in, again, it just depends on your C drive, so it depends on how good your computer is, and it depends on how far away they are. It might take them a minute to get into the game in the beginning. Let's see here. Alright, so we're at the character creation. So I'm just going to skip through this. But basically, this is how it works. So confirm, I'm in. So now I'm on my own server on the C drive with 0 lag, and then I can invite all my buddies. So just to recap, you can't invite your friends through the interface. You have to do it on Steam. The clan, even though you're on your own server, if you're going to invite your friends, you're going to want to create a clan. And the sole purpose for that is because all of your stuff that you can make, your housing, all the stuff you can use, well, your clan can all access it, even your bedroll. So, you know, if you guys put down 2 bedrolls or a bedroll and your buddy dies, they can spawn at your bedroll. So it's kind of a cool feature to have. So even though it's just going to be you and your friends most likely, you're still going to want to create a clan. The settings that you saw when you created your game that you're hosting are not set in stone. So if you go into settings and you go to server settings, if there's anything you want to change or you want to mess with, you can do it on the fly. I think some of these changes you may have to reset the game and start over, but for the most part I think you can change them on the fly and continue going without having to restart the game. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video was helpful to help you guys decide between the solo co-op mode or play on online server. And then I hope that you use this video to kind of help you decide on what server you want to play on. I have tons of videos coming on Conan Exiles. This is first of many. So please don't forget to click on the icon, bottom right hand corner, subscribe to the VaniverseGaming channel. And also, please don't forget to post your comments below. I know a lot about the game at this point. I'm going to learn more. So any questions you have, feel free to post them. I will respond. I will answer them. I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, this is the VaniverseGaming. Cheers and peace out.